Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. No, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's quarter past midday. Very wet, miserable, grey Saturday. But as we always say, there's nothing you can do by it. That's life. It's just... So, this is a little bit of a rushed video because I have to go out. I wasn't planning to go out, but somebody called round and one thing leads to another, so I have to go out in a bit. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much. I have a new subscriber, so thank you very much. And to everybody that watches my videos and subscribes, etc., etc., if you have any questions, fire away. I will do my very best to answer them. I can't guarantee that I will answer them straight away because I don't have the internet hookup here, so I have to go somewhere with free internet hookup. But I will do my very best to answer any questions you have, whether it's about painting, minis, prepping, priming, whatever. I will do my very best to answer them. Something else I was going to say, which is now immediately slipped my mind. Yeah, that's the next thing I will do when I go out in a moment. I will upload this video. So thank you to everybody that watches and subscribes. I'm very grateful, very appreciative. I hope you find the videos fun, useful, informative. Getting back to our French Young Guard, they are all but finished. We have completed them. The only thing that needs to be done is you've got a couple of standard bearers. They haven't got their flags yet. But apart from that, I mean, that's basically them done. Little bit of work to do on the ground. As you can see, there's no highlights on the ground. It's just burnt umber, brown paint. So when I get back later, I shall do the highlights and then put some flock on the ground and finish off the flags. I have the flags here, as you can see. I think there's some others there as well. Yeah, there you go. Which I acquired off the internet. I had to reduce them in size to get them to the right scale for 20mm, but that's nothing. So that's our French Napoleonic Young Guard. Turned out better than I thought they were going to do. I mean, these figures from Hat, they had so much flash on them. It was just... It took me all day to get the flash off these 20 figures. I mean, it was just ridiculous. But I am, very happy with the way they've turned out. I hope you can sort of see them. I mean, it's not very good recording stuff on an iPhone, really, I mean. But, yeah, pleased. Quite straightforward to do because they're in campaign dress, which is great coats, and the shako has an oilskin over it, so you don't see any of the plate on the front, so you don't have to do it. I mean, it's just... I wouldn't want too many battalions in campaign dress, but one or two here and there, yeah. And I have enough from this box to do another battalion. So I might do them just to finish off the box. That's if I can cope with getting rid of all the flash again. But yeah, nice, very pleased. Pleased with the little musician figure there with the drum. Very good. And pleased also, like I say, with the flag bearer who, come on, move out of the way, started life, you see him at the back there, started life as a guy carrying a rifle. So we cut out the rifle, move one of the arms, put in a pole, and there you go. So when I get back from what I'm doing a little bit later, I will add the flags and finish the ground and stuff. And I will show you them when they're 100% finished. But that's, to all intents and purposes, that's the Young Guard finished. So what I'm now planning to do, I have a packet of Old Guard. These are Airfix Old Guard, and it's interesting, I buy quite a lot of figures off eBay, and you get them in job lots, and you sort through them, and then you make up battalions and put them in these little money bags. And it's interesting to see with these figures the range of colours of the plastics that Airfix went through. Why they changed the colour of the plastics, I just don't know. It's grey, blue, white, green, and I've got some figures here, not Old Guard, but I've got British infantry figures that are bright red. So why they use different colours in the plastics, not that it makes any difference, because you're going to undercoat them and paint them anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. But that's what we're doing next, is a batch of Napoleonic Old Guard. So, what I was looking at in this set was a standard bearer. I might change that for something a bit more dramatic, sort of thing. And there should also be two and not one. I was thinking earlier there should be two and not one. So, but yeah, they're quite nice figures. They're nicely detailed figures. Not too much flash on them, which makes me very happy. Certainly not as much flash as the Hat Young Guard. I mean, they were ridiculous. I mean, there's a little bit on these. You'll always get a little bit, but I mean. And what's nice is this little casualty figure there, which is quite nice. I'll add him. And what I did think of was, with the Young Guard, what I could have done, which I didn't do, but what I could have done was move some of the heads, just twisted some of the heads. It would have given it a bit more variety in the figures, just made it a little bit more interesting. Some people take the figure and literally twist the head, to twist the plastic to move it. I prefer to cut the whole head off and drill out the head and the body and put a pin in and super glue it. That way you can position the head exactly as you want it. So that's something I could have done with that set, which I didn't. Which in some respects I sort of regret a little bit. But you always think of these things after the event, you know. It's you're always wiser afterwards. But I'm still. Yeah, I'm still pleased with these. I mean, inordinate amount of work to get the flash off of them. And sometimes I'm sort of doing this, and I'm thinking, you know, why am I putting myself through this? Why am I doing this? Even some days when I'm painting, and it's a struggle because I don't feel that great. But then when you've done them, and you've got a battalion, and they're all done and all flagged up, and that's it, brilliant. That's why you do it, you know. And at the end of the day, if you want these nice figures in your collection, the only way you're going to get them is by painting them yourself. And you have to put in the hours. There's no quick way of doing it. If you want them painted properly, that is, with all the highlights and everything. There's no real quick way of doing it. You've just got to knuckle down and do it. Or I suppose you could buy them off eBay. There are people that sell painted battalions on eBay and so forth. But it's you don't know what sort of standard they're at. You don't know whether they've been undercoated or primed, or you don't know whether they've been varnished or not. And will they get damaged in transit and all that? And it's the cost as well. I mean, so for me, the only real way to do it is to paint them yourself, knuckle down and do it. And you do, yeah. Once I've done a battalion and they're all flagged up and all based and everything, I realise why I do it, because they just look so nice. I mean, even these Young Guard in campaign dress, which is not sort of a bright uniform, but it's not pretty to look at, it's just basically blue. But they still look nice. They still look nice, and I'm still pleased. So that's why you do it. That's why you do it. And I'm slowly but surely working my way through these to get enough for a not necessarily a campaign, but at least a battle of some sorts. Because it's nice you have these figures in your collection. It is nice to say, oh, they've been to war once at least. They've been in a battle at least once. That's nice. So that's today for you. We've got time later. We'll start on the Old Guard. But I do have to go out. I have one or two things I have to do. That reminds me, a prescription I have to pick up from the chemist. So as always, thank you to my new subscriber. Thank you to everybody that watches and subscribes. I am very grateful. I am going to get on with whatever I should be getting on with. Any questions you have, fire away. I will try and answer them. Yeah, and thank you for watching.